Coffee and Chaos.
You're laughing already.
I am. I'm gonna try so hard to be. I'm gonna try to be quiet.
What's in the coffee this time?
I went to the doctor's yesterday, and he told me I cannot have caffeine anymore because I have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and I was like, you know what? You're lucky I'm not on a stripper pole doing crack, so I'm doing coffee and we're good. I don't know what to tell you.
That's what I tell my kids.
So welcome back.
Thank you.
This is Tony, as we all know, but I brought back two of my faves. You guys want to say hi? Gina and Monique.
Hi.
Two of my girls that are my therapists / take me off the ledge. Don't run him over.
We are the committee.
Yes.
The tribe has spoken.
Yes.
So they came on today for a very fun topic. But first, a very serious topic. It is October. It is Breast Awareness Month.
Breast cancer awareness.
Save the tatas.
Save the thought. Save second base.
Save second base, yes.
So each week I want to just kind of honor for a quick second somebody with that. And my Aunt Laura, who you guys know lives in Colorado, she's been a breast cancer survivor since October 2012.
Oh, wow.
She does her mammograms. She stays on top of all that. So they found it very early, thank God. She handled it, didn't even tell us.
Aww.
She called me after she was fine. And this is why she did it after.
I was just going to say, we know why.
Yeah. And
You were going to lose it.
Yeah, she was in the car and she's like, first I want to say I no longer have it. And I was like, what? She goes, and all I heard was breast cancer and just couldn't talk, started crying. But she's a survivor, and very seriously, women, please get your mammograms checked. Men, check your girls' wives, whatever. Feel on them, make sure there's no bumps, lumps, whatever it is that's there. Or, my bad, women, check your women's.
So now all I see is Tony.
We're good.
Tony's
We're
like, let
good.
me check and make sure there's nothing going on over there. I'm sorry. I meant women, check your women's too. Make sure that there's, nothing there.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, are we ready for today's topic?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
You want to introduce it?
No, you go ahead.
So, growing up in our Mexican, American, Latino, whatever you want to call it, homes, we were traumatized. We were told all the millions of things, witchcraft, Catholicism, whatever you want to call it.
Brujeria.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
There she goes.
Right.
Whatever you want to call it. So we're going to try to go down a few or as many of the old wives' tales that were taught to us. My biggest one probably that I am going to do till the day I die, and the kids know this, do not put my purse on the floor.
Ever, never. Because then you won't
I need to
have
put
any
this
money.
in my notes.
Please put that in your notes. You don't ever put your purse on the floor.
I was told the devil takes your money. What did you say earlier, Mo?
Your money will run away.
Yeah.
It'll be
Basically, you just
It's not
end up with
coming
no
back.
money. Right?
And it's not even as much as we're laughing, it's not it's not a joke. It's serious.
No. It's serious.
Yeah.
Very serious. My son is autistic. I asked him to get my purse. He doesn't understand any of that. He's like, okay, I got everything. And he put my purse on the floor. And I was like,
Did you have a meltdown,
Did you?
Gina?
yes, I did. I go, are you crazy?
It's a Clorox light
it's
starts to throw the
serious.
veggies.
No, it's a real thing.
It is so embedded in our head.
Yes.
But no, you cannot do
Yes.
that.
But I also think that it's embedded in our head because we work hard and we know what everything costs and what it takes.
Why is she always the mature one out of all
I
of us?
know.
We're the ones that are
She
like
always
always
She's bringing
trying
that balance.
She is.
No, she does. She does that with us
She
too.
does that.
Yeah,
Every
a
time I'm telling the story, well, this girl and that guy, she's like,
do-do-do-do-do.
well, did
Well.
you think about it? No, Monique, I didn't think about it that way.
No, and we don't want to.
And listen, I'm completely fine. They can think crazy all they want. I'm the friend with the bail money. When they call,
Yes.
we're ready to go.
Yes.
I will support them 100%. But sometimes we just need somebody to give us a different perspective because we get so caught in our thoughts and our own views that we don't pay attention to anything else. I call it tunnel vision.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And so you need a different perspective sometime to come in and be like, well, hey, you thought he was
snap
looking
you
at
right
that,
out of it.
right? You thought he was
like,
looking
why
at
did
that
you think
girl,
about
but he
it
was
like
checking
that?
out that car behind the girl.
No, he was looking at the girl. Anyways, do you put your purse on the floor, Monique?
No.
And look at that girl one more time and watch what happens.
Okay. Yes, we already know. With
Absolutely
Alina,
not.
that's
I
a
love
no-no.
my money.
Yeah.
It was instilled in me. too.
But I guess you're right. We work hard for that, right? That's our money.
Yes,
We ain't
yeah.
gonna
Our
just let
money.
it go.
Yes.
All right, next on the list. Do you guys have any particular one you guys want to like grab, or do you want me to just go down the list?
Just go down the list.
You can go down the list.
The egg. Who wants to explain the egg?
Please
I need to-
explain
I
the
need to
egg. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I don't do that voodoo stuff.
Okay,
Okay,
it's you.
Not voodoo, it's brujerías.
Same thing.
or is it Catholicism?
That's a good question. I guess it just depends on who you're speaking to, what their point of view is.
So, do you want to explain what it is, or do you want me to explain?
You explain.
So, the first time I ever saw it done, we were in Arizona with my cousin, and oh boy, she is Mexican to the heart, and she is Catholic to the heart, Virgin Mary in front of her door, everything. So we were there on a baseball trip. Seth was probably 13. And my little cousin, which is her daughter, was like, Mom, I don't feel good. Do the egg and da-da-da. It's all in Spanish, of course. So I'm like, the egg? What the hell? Like, what? So she's like, go get it. So she comes over and she's like, okay, stand up, think positive thoughts. And so she starts praying on her with the egg in Spanish. And Seth's like, what's she doing? So I'm explaining. Seth's like, this is stupid. You know, my little white kid at the time. Yeah. She's like, Seth, no, like da-da-da. He's like, well, I had a bad day in baseball today. She's like, come here and let me do it. You know, Seth, he's like, okay. So he sits there. So she's like, you have to be serious, all positivity. I'm going to pray on you. Like, just think about what you want good in the world, manifest it, right? So she's praying and praying and praying. And when I tell you he had a bad day with the egg in her hand, and she's praying on him like this and top to bottom. And
I believe there's a certain way you go. Like, you're supposed to go in a certain direction
Maybe.
when you do it. Yeah.
I've never done it. She did it. So she cracks the egg open, puts it in a cup. And the egg, you know, is there. And she looks at it. She goes, oh, someone did this. Oh, someone didn't want you to have a good day in baseball. And I'm like, girl, we are not doing all that. So Seth's like, what do I do with the egg? She goes, keep it under your bed at night. And when you wake up, you'll have a better day at baseball tomorrow. And I was like,
wait, under his
under
his bed.
Under the bed. Under the bed.
So he wakes up the next morning and goes, Millie, what do I do with this? She goes, I don't give a shit. Throw it away. Throw it in the trash. Throw it in the toilet. I don't care. So it's done. That kid hit like 2 or 3 home runs and 6 RBIs and came home and ran to her and gave her a hug.
He's like, clean me again.
Clean me again.
Oh my God. It was like the funniest thing ever.
That's a manifestation of what happens when you have positive thoughts.
See,
but
why you got to take it away from
takes, but that's what it takes for some people.
You're right.
No, it was the egg.
that symbolism
yes.
of something happening.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my daughter's talking about doing it the other day, and I was like, daughter, what are you doing? You're doing voodoo?
No, it is not voodoo.
I go, who told you about that?
It is.
She's like, I'm
voodoo.
doing the egg.
It's not voodoo. It is positivity.
But I also think that there's certain ways that you get rid of it. Like a lot of people put like chili flakes in it and pour all this and then tighten up the jar and you send it back and then you flush it down the toilet is where you're supposed to dispose of it.
Well, he did. He flushed it down the toilet.
So it's like you can send your bad intentions back to that person who's so-called,
See, but I don't know. Okay, but so I don't know if I don't know. I've never done it. I've never had it done on me. But Seth did, and Seth to this day is like, oh, I need an egg. Like, he's good. I was like, well, I don't know how to do it, so I'm not doing that. So.
Google it.
No, absolutely not doing
Mom,
it.
there is
Not doing it,
YouTube.
not doing
Yeah,
it.
there is
But it's the same thing as the sage, right?
Okay, but the sage, I always wonder about sage because some people that are so-called Christians like us, I don't really, I always just say nowadays I have faith. Some say it's in the Bible where it says it's good and some says it's not. So I always look to see where sage actually is in the Bible. And I've never found an actual verse to say yes or no. So I'm always torn.
Why use
So
sage?
I want to use sage, but I'm scared.
but sage repels bad spirits and negativity. So you do that in your house, like around you.
Right.
And
Someone
then you're
needs to do
supposed to
that.
open all your windows and doors so that it all goes out.
Yep.
Right.
Well-
And I actually just bought some because my mom, okay, we're talking about old Mexican wives' tales. She's like, oh, everything's not right. And I'm not, and I thought I heard something. I'm going to need you to get me some sage.
Solomon has sage. I always see it when I get here. I always see
Yeah.
it.
I sure do.
Okay,
Okay.
Solomon.
You want me
So
to tell
what's your
you-
take? What do you think about the sage?
Have you done that?
You want me to tell you why I got sage?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay. Well, I had one of my first podcasts. I had these 3 women come in, and I didn't really know what they were going to talk about, but they seemed somber, and they sat in the conference room for a while. And then they came out and they started the podcast, and the podcast was about how all their kids died. And so one of them, the kid, found a gun, killed himself. Another one was gun violence, and the other one, I guess it was so bad she didn't want to say.
Wow.
So afterward, I just felt weird here. And,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
you
If
know,
weird
and
is
and
the
so
word,
yeah,
or, like-
I went
Well,
and got
no.
some sage and just sort of cleaned the place, and that's the way I look at it. Look at it
Yeah.
as a universal thing that just sort of gets rid of
Absolutely.
bad spirits. And you know, it's funny because people come in here and they say this place feels clean. They say that on their own. I don't have to ask, and so I know
It's
something's working right.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Hmm.
I agree.
Well, I pray for my
Well, no,
evil
I
spirits
do
to leave, because
too.
Jesus be like, girl, you better talk to me first.
yes, absolutely.
However, he hasn't taken the ghost out of my house, so I'm still mad at him about that.
You
Is
better
it a good
sage
ghost
You
or a
better
bad
sage
ghost,
it.
What'd you say, Solomon?
Is it a good ghost or a bad ghost? Because we have ghosts here. but-
Apparently, so I bought my house from my daughter's grandma. She's Caucasian. And the first time within a few months, I realized that something wasn't right. She goes, "Oh, it's probably my grandma. She didn't like brown people." I'm like, okay, well, I ain't leaving. So, because I worked hard for this house. So Seth always walks around going, "I'm white. It's the white kid. The white kid's here."
That's great.
So I
She's the Mexican.
yeah. The last time something happened, I was like, check it out. I ain't leaving, homie. I worked too hard for this house. So do what you got to do, because we're just gonna cohabitate together and have a good day.
Right.
Like
One
I'm
big
just not.
happy
I'm
family.
not.
Right.
I'm not leaving. So
Yeah.
sorry. Like I blood, sweat, tears for that little tiny little shoebox of a house for mine. I ain't leaving.
Girl, it's a house. Who cares
I-
if it's a shoebox?
That's what I'm
you
saying.
own?
I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
I will live there till the day I die. Lorraine and then we'll have to bury me in the backyard. Like in that movie, that Mexican movie where the guy dies and they bury him in the backyard.
Oh yeah, that's almost acceptable.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, for us
What's the
anyway.
next one?
Tony's alarm. Is that your alarm?
Is that his alarm? Oh my God.
His car alarm again. That's why he's like, what's the next one?
I know.
All right.
Let me
So-
get the keys here.
So the next one. Can't look at your chili when you're putting it in a blender.
I've never heard of that one. That
Me
one's
neither.
No.
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 Okay, so again, my poor cousin in Arizona, she's like gonna be
She's
like,
gonna
she's
be,
gonna be like, am I the only real Mexican you know?
Yeah.
When Jackie does it, Jackie's mom does it, my cousin does it. When you put the chili and all the stuff in the blender, gotta look away, because if you peek, all the spices leave. Again, that's obviously an old.
That's
Mexican
super
life.
old because I don't
Yeah.
think they had blenders when they were talking about that. So
They're using that manteca.
yeah, because there was probably
That
no
ancient
blender.
artifact.
Okay, I mean I have one.
If you don't have one, there's a problem. Every
No, I
household
have
has one.
You have to have one in your house.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one.
Really?
So
Yeah. So, and again, I've seen it, heard it, whatever, but it was funny because again, Seth in Arizona, when my cousin, she's like, Seth, don't look. And he was all, she's like, don't look. And he's like, he kept trying to
He's like,
look.
but when you tell somebody
He's
don't
not
look, they
looking.
want
They want to look.
And in Seth's little head, he's so like, that doesn't make sense. That's not true. I don't believe that.
He's
Right.
very literal.
Oh, very,
Very,
yes. You guys know him. Very,
very.
literal. Yes.
That's
And yet
the
he's
mini
the one who
Donald
comes in
Trump
here
right
with the
there.
conspiracy theories. Though. That's the funny part.
Whoa, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa.
yes, yes.
Are they conspiracy? That's a whole nother topic. Or is it real?
Right?
I mean, look at what's going on in the world.
Mm.
Proof, lady, proof.
And yeah, don't.
We'll okay.
Wusa.
Another show. Another show. Another
Wusa.
show.
Okay, the next one. This one I heard a lot. If you smoke or drink coffee, it stunts your growth.
I'm glad I started drinking coffee late.
Right?
I don't-
You guys,
Yeah,
no.
I don't feel like that's true because sometimes, like on
I don't think it's
days,
true, but that's just what they tell you.
my nana would have pan dulce
Yes.
champurrado for me
Mhm.
and coffee for her and let me sip her,
Mhm.
like have coffee. You know what I
I
mean?
always sipped my
Yeah.
grandma's coffee. Always.
So-
So that's what they told us. And I was like, and who's smoking at like 10? Like, what the hell?
Back in like the 50s, maybe.
Probably.
Okay, so my question is, why don't we cut our kids' hair until they're one?
That's true.
I did it.
That's
But
but
that's
that's
'cause-
too because some
I
people
didn't.
shave their kids' head.
Funny you say that. I'll tell you after, so finish.
Some people shave their kids' head so that it'll come back
Yep.
thicker, stronger,
Right,
and longer,
right.
and not have that baby hair where it's real. You know,
but for
delicate,
like
but-
us, it was a sin. We weren't.
Okay.
They were like, do not. So I didn't.
So little Juanita, she turned a year in October. We went to Mexico for a month that following February. And when we got there, her hair straggly because she didn't have our hair. My grandma was so irritated with that shit. She buzzed. I was like, oh, she was, she's a year. We could shave it all off and buzz it off. Like, so here's this little white girl. I was like, we didn't have sunblock back then, right? I was like, put something on her head's gonna burn.
Put a bonnet on it.
Put a bonnet on it.
Oh,
Wow.
Give
but
me a
her,
toalla. Hurry.
so her little head just looked even funkier than it was. And she was like the only little white girl in all the little, on the ranch. But it came back so much fuller. And I was like,
Well,
oh, I'm
it
glad.
does. But we were told that we couldn't do that.
For a whole, yeah, you're right. For a whole,
And I
And-
didn't.
but then you pierce her ears on like she's 3 days old.
Right. That always confused me. No one explained to me why I couldn't cut my kid's hair, but it
Yeah.
was a thing.
But those are just, and we probably, like, even if we ask people, nobody will ever know why. But it's traditions that we still stand by for something.
And you follow, yeah.
And
Oh,
is
yeah.
it just because it's the love of our people, or is it just because we're crazy and we don't want to argue?
Because
No.
we're crazy, and
it's
that's
the
what we
second
were
one.
taught. It's
Okay,
instilled
well,
in us.
I
and that's
have
it. Yeah.
grandbabies. I have grandbabies. And when they cut their hair before they were one, I was like, ay, Dios mío, what are you doing? You're not supposed to do that. You're like, you cut their hair.
It's the
You know?
Mexican gas for me.
Yeah. Like, oh,
We're all dramatic, like a telenovela.
Yeah, I know.
oh God, he cut the baby's hair. Like it's something.
You're going to hell.
Right? Wait,
She
let
does
me-
it like a model.
I gotta call my mom. She's gonna tell me what's gonna happen now.
I don't know, but I'm gonna call her and find out.
That's how bad it is. I had a heart attack. They're like, you're crazy.
But that is so true. But again, it's like I said to Monique, like, why do we stick by these things? Because like the next one I love, and I don't give a shit what anybody says. So don't get politically scientific,
I don't-
whatever on me. So I guess because you ain't got hair.
I grew up with women. I grew
Okay,
up with my sisters.
Did your sisters, do we go to bed with our hair wet?
No,
And do we go outside right after a shower?
no,
Because you will get sick.
yes.
You get sick from
I don't
viruses.
believe
No,
that,
no,
but that's
no.
what we were
You- I will-
told.
If I go outside in the winter with wet hair, I get sick, and I never get sick. So I don't go outside with wet hair.
Listen, te va a pegar el frío.
Yeah.
O te vas a poner malo.
Yes, yes, you get in trouble for
Go
doing
ahead,
that.
try it. Try it and see what happens.
Go outside with your hair
Hazlo.
wet and see what happens.
And why? Because they didn't want to deal with you sick.
Thank
right?
you.
So
Because
go
no one's
outside.
taking you to the doctor.
Oh,
They're gonna
no,
mix you
no,
up with
yeah.
They're gonna
onions.
put Vicks on you,
with their socks on.
and that's it.
Vicks right
Yeah.
underneath. Put your socks on.
Yeah.
Vicks
The onion.
right here.
No.
Why
let
are
me
you
tell
crying?
Last week I was sick, and I was like, my voice, my throat was gone and on fire. My body was aching, and I was like, you know what? I can't get comfortable. I went in the kitchen, put the onion on my feet, put some Vicks on my chest. The next day,
I felt bad.
no aches. I was good.
Is that the
Don't
day?
worry.
Is that the day we were like, Mo, where are you? Mo, and you're like, I'm in bed.
I'm
Leave
dead.
me
I was dead to the
alone.
world.
Well, Gia walked in last night. She's like, Auntie, you got Vicks? I was like, Grandma
Oh.
P does. It's over there. Why?
Oh.
She's like, I think I'm getting a little. I was like, ooh, get away, get away. But she went and got her little Vicks, put it on her little chest,
No,
and
I
went right
can't
back
use
to bed.
it to this day. I'm traumatized. I don't want that on me. That
How are you
smell- I'm just-
traumatized?
Because they just slop it on you.
But you
And
don't
it was
welcome the smell?
No.
So you don't like Bengay neither, huh?
No.
Oh, that's the other
Oh,
one. Bang gay
God.
worked
See,
there.
I don't like
Oh,
that.
God,
That
the
sounds
Bengay.
No.
That reminds me of old
No.
people.
Yes,
Viejitos.
but that-
No.
But they didn't use it always for that. It was for everything.
Well, that's what I
Freaking-
was saying like earlier. Like my mom. Sorry, mom. But she put it on her eyelid. My sister's
the
gonna-
Vaseline
she
and
put
the
it on her
whole-
temples.
and the
everywhere.
Vicks.
She's like,
Yes.
I'm gonna go lay down.
Right.
I'm like,
She's
oh
like,
my
I'm gonna go
God.
be one with Jesus
Yeah.
right now.
Again,
Vicks
sorry,
is
mom.
gonna help me.
I am traumatized.
Oh,
I can't stand the smell. I can't do it.
But I will say this: I wonder if Vicks is just a universal thing because Grandma Kay at one point was like, "Oh, let me put the Vicks on Loran," and I was like, "Oh, you know about that too?" She was like, "Yes," and I was like, "Oh," because the first time we spent the night over there and I had to blow dry Loran's hair after she took a shower. She goes, why are you blow drying her hair? I said, oh, she can't go to bed with her hair wet. She's like, what is wrong with you? And remember, Grandma Kay's a nurse. And I was like, oh, we don't go to bed
Grandma
with her.
K scientific. She's like, that's not true.
And she's like, I said, we do not go to bed with wet hair. That is just a thing. And that's what we do. She's like, so you blow dry her hair every night? I was like, if she showers, yes. She's like, oh, dear Lord. And I know in her head, she was like, this Mexican.
Yeah.
Like, I'm stuck with her.
But it's true. No.
You can't do
Absolutely
that.
not.
I think I have a scientific thing if you don't want to get scientific, though.
Only Tony wants to
Quite
get
possibly, it could be that it lowers your immune system some kind of way to make you more susceptible to viruses, Tony.
There you go.
Yeah,
see?
Tony.
Okay.
Could be.
Mhm.
Oh,
They
And
knew all
could
along.
be.
They
And
knew
what
all
I
along.
think about it, though,
I'm the bad guy.
in the older
I'm the problem.
generations where they didn't have you
You
ain't
sound like
shit.
a husband right now. Knock it off. Knock it off.
15 years experience.
In the older generations, when they didn't have modern medicine, they sure did find all these ways to make
Hierba
people.
buena.
Yes,
Yes.
Manzanilla.
which is
Yes.
basically your medicine ball you got right
Right.
there.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
So we have all these things, Tony, for a reason.
What? I do believe that the hierba buena worked.
Oh, I do. Oh, but you don't like Vicks?
No. The smell just brings back some stuff. I can't do it.
She's like, I was traumatized. I can't. So then, do you walk around with your house in the winter with no socks on?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Not because you.
I don't either.
That.
Oh yeah,
okay.
believe me,
Oh,
I don't.
no, dude, I'm basketball shorts barefoot.
That's a sensory
Oh.
thing
That's
for
it.
me. I don't like the way the floors feel barefooted.
No, it drives me nuts that my grandbabies will walk around with no. We have hardwood floors and they don't wear socks, and I'm
They're
like,
gonna slip.
"Put socks.
They're
Get
also gonna get sick.
slippers.
Mhm.
What do you want? A little boo boo for 5 seconds, get over it, Sissy Lala, or do you want them to get sick?
Okay.
It's like, I'm not even gonna argue. I'm done. I'm not even gonna
win.
argue.
You can't win.
You're like, I'm
It's
gonna
a
argue
never-ending
that.
story. God damn it.
So
Right?
we did. Okay, we did that one. We did the Vicks one. Oh, sana colita de rana.
With the Vicks.
With the- so does anybody want to explain what that is, or like why when somebody would say that to us
When you would get a boo boo and you'd get hurt,
and they tell you that?
suck it up.
One of
Sana colita de rana. Now get back up.
Yeah,
and
but what
go.
is it? It
Yes.
actually means frog, right? It means like heel, little frog, or something like that. Or it means
I forgot what it was.
we talked about this
Yeah,
today.
when we were at
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Supposed to be
like,
prepared.
all right. Hold on, I have to find this because it's gonna drive me crazy.
Yes, my
because
uncle would do that to me all the time.
we
My
have
gay
to-
uncle. Yes.
Okay, so yeah,
The best one.
Yeah, the best one.
heel, little tail of the frog. I did not realize it meant little tail of the frog.
Is there more than sana colita de rana?
De rana si no sana, hoy sanana mañana.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
whole thing. So they
That
would
part, huh,
Yeah.
Gina?
But that would like magically like make you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
better.
we believe that though.
That was-
No, we believe that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good.
like that had some kind
made
of
it feel so much
magical
better.
love or something to it.
But
So as they're rubbing you and singing that, you're like, okay, I'm better. Let me
Yeah,
go
my
play
grandma
again.
would do. Yes, because we weren't going to the doctor.
We didn't have a choice.
Okay.
It was just out of the question.
You only
That
went
was
to a doctor if you were bleeding or a bone was popping out.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you could literally
100%.
just be dying of a fever of 103 and
And they were gonna work it out and
They
make
were
it
gonna
around.
work it out.
That was
Again,
it.
that's where the Vicks comes in.
Wasn't
They put
nobody
the Vicks
gonna
on
pay
you.
for no extra
No.
because you
Mm-mm.
messed around and went outside with your hair wet.
See?
So
yeah, that was your fault.
yeah. So
See,
yeah.
That's what you get.
We
and
weren't
that
going to
see
the
that
doctor.
and that's saying you won't do that again, will you? And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm 5 and I
bet
went
you won't
outside
do
with
that
my
again.
That's what I get.
Yes, that's what you get.
You learned.
Do it again.
But I burned myself. Let me see it. Oh, go put
Yeah,
some
you ain't
toothpaste,
gonna do that
potato
again.
or something on it. Then you'll feel
Yes.
better. And I was
Yes.
like, toothpaste or a potato on my burn? They're like, yeah, it pulls the heat out. I'm like, but it's still burning.
Yeah. It's still hot.
It's still
That's a menthol
burning.
working in there.
I'm like, can you just put a bag of ice on there to feel better?
I mean, when my grandkids fall, I'm like, yay, yay, get up. You're good. And here comes my son. Oh my God, Mom, they fell.
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, just like
I'm
you
like,
did.
Concha, calm down. Nothing happened. They're not bleeding. It's okay.
It's okay. They're
It's
gonna
okay.
bounce right
He's
back.
like, that's that old Mexican stuff. You guys,
You're a cold-hearted woman.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what they
It's
tell
that
me.
tough love, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be
that's
like,
what
look
they
at
tell
you
me.
how you came out.
Okay,
It worked.
Hey, are you dead?
Yeah.
died?
Did you
Did
die?
You're good.
Oh, this one made
This
me
one's all you right here.
This,
This
Yeah.
one-
wow, I'm gonna take that a little personal right now.
No, but
because
that
you're the
was
one that brought it up earlier. You're like,
You're like, who slapped my feet?
So I don't know, like, if there's an age limit to this or not. Apparently, somebody did it to me way too young.
you weren't listening.
I
You
was
were in the way
My mom was like, "Move," and I didn't move. If you get your feet swept over
with the broom.
with the broom, you ain't gonna get married.
I haven't
And I-
heard that one.
And I was like, we heard that today, right?
Right.
And I was like, oh, that means somebody swept my feet really early.
And I was like, ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of that one.
Well, in
Yeah.
that case, why would your mama even come anywhere near you with a broom?
She was being
First of all,
kid
I
and
was
then
getting hit
she
with
was-
Because her mom's crazy.
Yeah. First of all.
You can't reach them, use the broom.
If it wasn't that, it was the chancla.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the other one.
Wait, what
Right?
do you mean? Why was she close to me with the broom? Because we were getting our ass beat?
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Sorry,
if she,
Mom.
Don't have
if she
no
knew
long
that was
hair.
gonna
Don't have
happen,
no
why
long
would you take
hair.
the chance?
Well, my mom doesn't probably believe in any of this stuff because she's more Americanized. It's my dad's side of the family and my mom's parents that I did. It kind of skipped my mom. My mom's like, you all believe in that
Oh
stuff.
no,
I
my
don't
mom's
believe
all
in
about it. She's all about it.
Oh no, my grandmas did, especially my grandma in Mexico. Like there's so much that we were talking about. So in Mexico, most of their houses are made out of cement.
Cement.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is the one that Tony doesn't believe and he doesn't like.
And he thought I was crazy, but you guys believe me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you sit on concrete or cement for too long,
Gonna get
Get
hemorrhoids.
mm-hmm,
That's why
Yep.
I told you I put something down because
On the comb basket.
On the comb
On the comb basket.
I will
First of all, why are you leaning out against the comb basket? That's
when I
crazy.
have to because I'm getting older.
she's like,
She's like, I need a break.
I just need to breathe for a second. Let me lean on it.
Yeah, I'm
But to this
49.
day, if I'm sitting on like cement or not
Yeah,
cement or just a
right.
brick wall or
It
something
won't
like
be
that,
for long.
in my head, I'm like, oh,
I gotta
you need
get
to put
up.
a sweater or
Gotta
something
get
down there.
Yeah. right? No, no,
I'm
no.
not taking that chance. I don't care.
No, yes, right? Like,
Yes.
Now I'm gonna
If
start
I didn't
bringing
get
a
him in
sweater, I'm gonna wrap it
pregnancy,
around
I'm
my
not
back,
doing
wrap
it
around
just
my
for
waist.
regular
Yes.
sitting.
No, I will not sit on.
see,
Yeah,
it
like-
was. It's not just me. You made me sound like I was crazy
Because I've never
earlier.
heard it before.
I was like, no, it's
that's
true.
Oh my
Maybe because
Yes.
he's a guy.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, yeah. I mean, everything's different when it comes to guys.
Yeah, maybe they
Isn't
don't.
it?
Oh, here we go. That's another topic.
There he goes acting like a husband. Damn it.
What about when you cut your cucumbers?
You cut the ends off 1st
Mm-hmm.
peel it, then you get the ends and you rub it, then you cut your cucumber up.
See, I don't rub it.
You don't?
I hope that.
Are you
don't.
sure?
Am I saying this close enough to the mic?
I know, rubbing cucumbers.
I'm uncomfortable.
All of
weird.
a sudden.
I do chop off the end.
Oh
and,
my
then,
God.
and then I just
Tony
go.
took a turn. It's the coffee, you guys. It's
Can
the
we
coffee.
skip? Can we skip that one?
Oh, we're skipping the cucumber.
Wait. What's supposed to happen?
You're taking out the bitterness
Of the cucumber.
Of
Yes.
the cucumber.
Yes.
Isn't that what pickles are, though? Bitter cucumbers?
Yeah, but at the
Yeah.
time, we want pepinos con limón y chile.
Right.
On chile.
Not
Well,
in
not chile.
bitterness.
I love the tajin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I read that.
Yes.
Yes. Definitely. That.
Have you had that, Solomon?
Yes, I have some in the cabinet over there.
You have a cucumber
He's
in there?
prepared.
No, I have tahini.
Now I'm definitely leaving.
He's like, I'm really uncomfortable now.
You got a cucumber in the okay.
Okay.
All right.
It's a good snack, huh,
Yeah,
Solomon?
it is a good one.
Actually, it is. It
It's
is.
healthy.
But
It's
I
good for
peel
you.
them, though.
But when you cut it, you don't cut the end off to.
No, I just do that thing, where you shave it. Shave
You
it.
peel
peel
it?
it?
You peel it?
Yeah, like
thing.
with
He's a
potato,
guy.
like a
That-
potato shaver.
Leave him alone.
Shave it.
Yeah.
When I shave it, I was like, okay.
Oh,
Well, yeah, it's like the potato
that's-
shaver thing.
No.
Potato peeler?
I call it shaver.
Oh
Whatever.
man,
I mean,
I was.
come
Oh
on.
my God.
Do you really
Tomatoes,
call it a shaver?
tomatoes. What are you going to say,
Yeah,
Tony?
we were talking about that. I mean, with
Hey,
amongst my
hey.
friends.
Speak women.
I was
If you-
talking about that with my friends about different words and meanings and whatnot, and like pronunciations and different things. So it's a different topic. But
We have a
I
friend
just
that
wanna-
corrects everything.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they correct it via text message?
If need be, they would.
If
but
I
in
misspell a
person.
word in text message and you correct me, you're getting a fist when I see you the face.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
I'm definitely doing
first
now.
of all,
like
who
we're-
has time to do
Like-
to be like 100% correct when you're texting?
All right, but just don't do the your and your. I hate that one.
Oh, you got to know the
that's
difference.
mine.
Oh my
there, and
God.
theirs.
I'm pretty good about that.
Yeah.
I usually am, but
I
sometimes if I'm in a heated conversation, I don't give a shit.
Them
Right?
thumbs are
You
just
know.
going, huh?
Yeah, you know. Like if I'm
There's
yelling at my
no-
kids.
You know what I
Yeah.
meant.
Yeah, yeah,
You speak, Alina.
yeah.
You've been
That
here long
wasn't
enough.
duck.
Hey, sometimes that's how it's got to be.
I think Siri has a mind of her own, to be honest,
Oh,
because
absolutely.
I'll send a text and be like, this is what, I'm texting. And I'll send that text and come back and be like, what the is this?
First of
This is
all,
not what it is.
Terminator. I would
Thanks.
love it if she spoke like, Mexican slang, longshoreman even, because when I put,
certain words.
words and it comes back different and I'm like,
But when you
what
type in
the-
crane, it has a little crane that pops up.
Oh.
Have you seen it?
No.
Yeah, because like some of the bosses outside will be like da da da. I'll be like, well, which crane? And the little crane will pop up, and it's
Oh, wow.
has a little
Yeah.
emoji for crane.
Yeah.
Well, it's
But-
a construction crane.
I want her to be like,
Is it?
I just
You
want
just-
her to be like, if you make a left right here,
Okay, directions.
turn left, bitch, and see what happens. That's what I want her to do.
By the way, Solomon, we got lost today coming here, and I have never got.
We did. I was listening to her.
What?
I was
drove.
trying to put in a Starbucks order, which never happened, by the way,
Mm-mm.
and get here at the same time.
Mhm.
So you can't walk and chew gum.
No, because
No.
we ended up over there. we ended up over there and had to go that way to Starbucks and then come back this
You
way.
went up and around the mulberry bush.
Yes, we
Yes,
did.
we did.
Mhm. But that is
So one is the driver is supposed to focus on the direction.
first of all, Gina don't like to drive. Don't know how to drive. So why I let her drive, I don't know.
just it's one gets one job and the passenger gets the Starbucks order.
Yeah.
It's on her navigation. It's in her car. and her
Oh, then we
speakers,
had a
and it's
problem
good
with
to
the
go.
navigation because
Oh,
she
Jesus.
unplugged her phone to plug my phone in. Anyways, we got
I don't appreciate
But-
y'all talking about Thelma and Louise the way that y'all are talking about us like that. Okay,
We
just
got
a
here.
So
little lost.
basically, we had the blind leading the blind.
We didn't go too
Hey,
far.
Did you all get your Starbucks and get here
Yes,
on time?
thank
Yes,
you.
we did. Appreciate
So
you.
that's all that
Thank you.
matters, right?
Bam,
Yes.
bam.
Yes.
I
Bam,
needed my
bam,
medicine
bam.
ball
So,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not yet if I went out here.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That is your medicine ball.
And don't forget when you cut the onions, if your eyes water, you're celosa.
Oh.
I don't
What?
have that problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
I'm a crybaby anyways. I cry for anything and everything, and I just cry. So it doesn't matter. So I'm looking at an onion, I'm crying before I even cut the onion in half. I'm like, yeah.
Stay away from onions.
Oh, yeah.
I can't, like, when I'm cooking them, I have to put on like glasses or sunglasses because it'll burn my eyes so
the
bad.
pot lid. What the
Celosa.
They have onion cutting glasses too.
Oh, Jesus.
Grandma
They
Kay gave me a
do.
pair. Grandma
They
Kay gave me a
do.
pair.
I was dying laughing.
Mhm.
Oh
A
my
Mexican.
God.
So you
made
don't
that.
cry at all when you cut onion? Ooh, that's because you're cold hearted. What about you?
Guess what? I'm cold hearted, but I got warm hands.
Oh, dang. I say I don't cry when I cut onion either.
You don't?
No.
Do you? Am I the only one that cries during
Hey, you're over here talking shit, picking on everybody, and you're the only one.
Solomon, do you?
No. Alina is not jealous. She is territorial.
I am not jealous. I do not.
What's the difference?
There's a difference.
Really? Mexican girl, this is the difference.
No, literally, like,
Jealous is, okay, if I have a man and my man's checking out a girl, that girl probably is never going to be me. I'm not saying I'm the shit, but I'm not jealous of her. You're mine. Why are you looking
you're
at somebody else?
territorial.
Yes. No. If I'm cooking, cleaning, all the
And your drawers
stuff
are
in bed
clean.
that you're making me do, and I'm paying bills, and you're checking out other women, you can kiss my brown ass. Oh, no.
Bye.
No,
Like,
she's
Making
not
you
having
do?
none of
Is that what you just said?
She's not having none.
Yeah, no. That goes back to
No.
I am not. You two have known me a long time.
Yeah.
And you guys know guys that I've dated. We don't need to name names. Have I ever been jealous
No, you're not jealous.
But am I
Territorial.
But the Mexican
the
in you
last
needs to
one that
I'll
have-
cut
the
somebody.
last
She'll
one
cut
that I
you.
dated, we don't need to name names. The last one that I dated, I was very territorial. Monique's had to
Check
walk
you.
me back off the ridge with me.
right?
But I feel like that's the Mexican in us.
yes,
Yes.
yes, because we
Yes.
were. That's what it was. Why do you think when you're walking with a dude, what side do you walk on?
The inside.
The inside.
She's
Yeah.
supposed to walk on the inside.
Yeah.
But didn't that come from way back? It meant you were for sale
Yeah,
if you were on the
taken.
opposite side.
Yes,
That
yes.
basically. So if you were on the inside, yeah.
So there's a certain amount of respect Alina likes. To
I'm
have.
old school.
Very.
I'm
old
just
school.
saying.
And
Yes.
give me a high
Yes.
five on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, now you want to give me a
Because I'm
hug?
the same way. I'm old school too.
You ain't too old school because you don't
Oh,
believe in
man.
half the things out here.
He just because you don't believe in that. That's
You're
why.
like a faker. Like you're half Mexican.
Whoa.
You gotta believe in
Ooh.
all of it.
Yeah.
That's
So when
amazing.
you
When you
get
get
home,
home-
there's stuff that I haven't heard of.
Okay, my bad. Give me a high five.
See?
I take it back. I take it back. I take it back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
So what
Everybody's
about
seen that
when
on
the broom
everybody's seen that.
falls?
The what?
When the
When
broom falls.
Oh, what is that? I haven't heard that one.
Company is coming.
My
My
room's
uncle-
always falling.
Oh wow.
Oh, but
Is
you
that
have
kind of house?
company
But I
left and
have-
right. Like that makes
Always have a
all-
household.
Always.
I do,
Always.
I
So
do,
that
I
makes
do.
sense.
People sleeping on the floor. No.
Yeah.
Hey, that's how
Yes.
Mexicans get down.
That's how
Oh,
we
then you
more,
step over everybody.
the
as you're
more
going to
the
bathroom.
merrier. We
The
had,
more the
like-
merrier. That's how we do it. My
We just-
kids, my oldest son lives with me and his girlfriend and my grandbaby.
Wait for this
But
one.
that's the way.
And Leilani's about to make her way back.
Yeah,
and here
I
comes
mean, that's
Frankie.
the
Oh
way
yeah.
we
Oh,
grew
Leilani's
up.
coming back.
Yeah.
Ask her where Leilani's gonna be sleeping.
Oh, she's in my bed. I don't care.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I would rather have her.
I
in
would
my
rather
bed
have
than
a
anywhere
house
else.
full of love
Right.
than an empty home.
But that's how we
Yeah.
grew up with
Right.
cousins. Everybody was in everybody's house. It takes a village.
I'm not gonna ride with you guys on that one because
Why?
my home is my peace.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
I protect it. Like my kids are there,
But if it's peaceful, meaning if it's a safe home, like my
Right,
house
yeah.
is-
but it's not all. It's not that because some people come with their own vibes.
Oh,
I see what
absolutely.
You get what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
So some people
Sage
come
it.
with their own
That's what I was going
vibes.
to say right now.
Yeah.
Sage it.
And
Sage it.
I just that's one thing I do not mess with. My home is my peace. If you mess with my peace, regardless,
I agree with you.
like
But
I can't.
but let's take that part away from it. Let's say that there's no like when my grandma moved in, my aunts were like, "Oh well, is she going to go in your room or Seth's room?" I said, "Seth will not be disrupted.
Right.
He is
Absolutely.
22. He's doing what he's supposed to do. She'll go in my room. My bed goes in the garage. I go on the couch. Seth will not be interrupted. And he's really, really amazing with my grandma. But all the kids that come, he does put up with them going in and out of his room. Like last night, Emery and Gia. And he finally was like, he got to a point where he's like, Mom. And once he calls for me, then I'm like, out.
that's it. That's
But
it.
he
Right.
will mess with them. He will play with them. He'll come out and mess with them. But at some point, I do respect his peace.
Yeah.
But then it comes out and all the kids come in the living room, and all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. But for me, it's that is my peace. It's very soothing for me to have my house that full and everybody laughing and talking
Having a good
trash
time.
and eating and having a good time. Like it's so healing for me.
But do you think it's because Jesse, Javier, and all his friends, and then all your friends, we were in and out of that staircase, in and out of that house, like
all the time.
even though it was just Mata, Jesse, and Gina. Oh, it wasn't just Jesse, Mata, and Gina. That
No.
alley, the staircase up to their house,
house, it was just
like
everybody.
But that's
You
how
know?
it was old school ways, right?
Right.
Because your
Right.
mom would make a big old pot of spaghetti, and
Right,
all the
and
neighborhood
everybody
kids,
got
if you
to
were the
eat.
cool house, were coming
Right.
in and out,
Right.
and
Yes.
everybody
All the
was
bikes
eating.
in front of the house.
Yeah.
Yes.
So-
or fires in the alley, cars, stuff like that.
Yeah. What happened to that? I mean,
Technology.
yeah, that
You're
you're right.
100% right.
You're right. I'm gonna go with that. Yeah. Absolutely 110%.
They don't have to
because-
go anywhere
they
to
don't have to go
communicate
anywhere.
now, right? I'm online with my friends.
But think about it though, too. In a Mexican home, people become so Americanized. They say, "Oh, your kid's 18, your kid's grown." No, your kid is not 18. Your kid is not grown. Especially Mexican girls. You are not grown at 18.
Where do you think you're
You
going?
still have to ask
huh?
for permission.
What?
You still have to check in. So again, back to my cousin in
Your
Arizona.
poor cousin.
Oh, poor Seth. He was like, wait. So my cousin Millie, her daughter was getting married, and they were going to get married in Mexico. Her husband's from Mexico, but they weren't going to get married in the church. They're just going to go real quick, get quick married, and come home. So she said, that's fine, but you ain't spending your wedding night with your husband. And Seth goes, wait, why can't she spend her wedding night with her husband? I was like, because in their eyes, she's not married because she wasn't married in the church.
Right.
It's just like, but they're getting married like legally. And so she was like, nope, you're not getting married. You're not coming home with your husband. You'll come home with me and your dad. And so it's like, but she's like 20. She ain't going to tell them no.
Nope.
I was like,
I wish you would.
Yeah,
Let me see the
yeah,
show. Go ahead. I got my
yeah.
popcorn.
Try me.
So we were there for the
Right.
weekend for baseball, right? So we come home, and a few weeks later, she sends us an invitation to her big old wedding at the church that she's having. Seth was actually supposed to be in the wedding, but baseball got involved, and I think Seth was scared to go to Mexico then too. So it's like, I'm not going.
You're gonna keep me.
Yeah. But they got married in the church so that she could spend her wedding night with her husband.
Yeah, 'cause you know,
I
it's
mean,
not
that's-
In a Mexican
yeah.
home, it is what
That,
it is.
yeah, if you're a girl, oh no,
Mm-mm.
absolutely not. Where are you going?
That's why I say the standards are different for
Oh,
guys
always.
and
Oh, yeah,
girls.
100%. In our culture, 100%. We couldn't do nothing.
But I think it was because you always wanted to protect the girl, right? You always wanted to make sure she's safe, know what she was doing. You didn't want her to get pregnant. Sorry.
And your
16.
your sister was like the brother.
Yes.
Like we wanted to hang out with them. We just didn't want to like necessarily go to jail with them.
Oh, I always say that. People were like, how are you so different than your sister? And I was like, oh, I couldn't do the things that she did.
Oh no,
No, I couldn't.
Me
No,
and Alina were like,
I wanted to be a chola and look like
Like
a chola.
one.
And
But you
act
weren't
like
down to
we
live the
weren't-
chola life.
Yeah, no.
I wasn't trying to stab people like some people were trying to stab people.
oh god.
So I wasn't.
Hey, we're not bringing up old things over here. We're new and reformed. Kids are going to be watching this. She's going to go home.
I
and they're
haven't
gonna be like,
told
my
that
mom
story
tried to
yet."
stab somebody.
Well, you better. Seth knows that story.
Oh, shit.
Well,
Seth,
Junior does.
because Seth thinks she's so innocent. I was like, no, she's worse than me. You know what she did when we were
Because you're the loud, crazy one. It's the quiet ones that you have to really watch out for, the reserved ones.
Oh
Because
yes,
they're going to do some shit that you
Yes.
never thought they were going to do.
We
I'm a
Gina-
Leo. I am very observant. I will.
You
let
weren't
do
too
what you're gonna
observant
do.
one night when we left you at the gas station.
Oh,
Wait, why'd you
God.
leave her at the gas station?
She left me at the gas
So you know the
I
Third
was
and
picking up
Gaffey. What was the name of the
You
gas?
were picking up trash.
Yeah, Third
I-
Street Liquor. You
For
know,
what?
well, Third Street Liquor. So all this stuff happened. There was a fight. We won't talk about the fight. Well,
Oh, we don't
cops
wanna talk
came-
about the
no,
fight?
we won't talk about the fight.
Because she was in the
Cops came-
fight.
Cops came, jumped in the car. We take off. We
And
forget-
you left her. You forgot
Gina
about her.
wasn't in the car. So I was like, oh shit, we gotta go get Gina. So we come back and there's the cops with Gina, and Gina's picking up trash.
They made me pick up.
And I honked and waved. I said, I'll come back in like 10
Wow.
Tony, if you ever left me,
I'll never leave you, Mo. I got you, girl.
you don't find it out later.
Yeah.
I literally drove around the block and I was like, Gina's not in the car? And Jamie and Dita were like, she's not in the car. And I was like, the fuck left Gina? I'm like, oh my God, like we left Gina. Like,
How far
No.
were you?
So it was on Third Street, Third Street Liquor on Gaffey right
Yeah.
there.
Third Street.
I think we went
Well, that's when you could hang out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I think we
yeah,
just
yeah.
went, I
Around the
think
corner.
I just, by the time I zooped around in my little Civic, zooped around the corner, Gina was my girl. So it was Jamie and Dee Dee all the time. And it was Gina. Like we had our clique, right? Well, my partner was gone. And I was like,
Well, how far?
You
did
could. You
away?
couldn't. You
How
should have
far-
never put out the parking lot
My
without your
question is,
partner.
how far did you go before you realized, like, oh,
like, first of all, it was a pretty
where's
crazy.
my ride or die?
Obviously, she
Die
died.
dying.
She was in fight mode. She just
It was, and
went
we were,
fast,
and
so
we
she
can't
was
say
like, we gotta
who,
go.
but we were in fight mode with someone that we took ourselves that was in my car when we got to the gas station.
Oh,
So we
Jesus.
can't talk about it. But
So where are we at on this list here?
actually,
We're the last
I
one.
think we
Last
I think-
one.
Oh, it's the last one.
Yeah.
So I'll get back. So,
That's another show.
this is what happens when we have breakfast or lunch at the diner. We can't do this. Okay.
Okay.
So last one, throw salt over your shoulder.
Oh yes,
I don't think that's Mexican. I think that's universal.
I've heard it in other people.
yes.
Yes, I've heard other people do it.
I did
But
as
it's
a kid,
when-
but joking. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. Because I was like,
Well, because if you spill salt or
So
something,
you're
right,
supposed to throw it over your right shoulder, right?
right
Right.
shoulder. I don't remember what shoulder.
yeah, that's right.
I think I always do my left because it's just easier.
That's why shit
She
goes
doesn't
wrong
know
for
her right
you,
from her
'cause
left.
You're doing the wrong shoulder.
It's just easier. Think about it. Like with your, this is like
God,
awkward. Like it's awkward.
They
Yeah,
slap your feet.
yeah.
You're throwing the salt over the wrong shoulder.
There's
That's why you're,
no.
that's why you're fucked up. You're doing everything wrong.
She's doing voodoo all backwards.
Oh, man.
It is not voodoo. It's not. What is the,
Let us all lay hands.
what is
Prayers and sorrows.
Lord,
Prayers
what
and
is
sorrows.
it? What is it called in Spanish? The Mexican voodoo. The
Brujeria.
no, there's another word for it.
Santeria.
There you go.
Santeria?
Yes, that's why Sublime made that song.
Santeria.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Now it all comes together.
Now it all makes
Yeah.
you know he
Full
was Mexican.
circle.
Yeah.
He was half
circle.
Mexican.
Right.
He loves his Mexican. Well, he loved his Mexican mama. Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, I have one before we go.
Okay.
And have you guys heard that what happens if your palms are itching?
Money,
Money.
Coming.
money,
There it is.
Money.
money.
Yeah. Make them itch.
Can't make him.
But
Come on.
isn't it,
Every Thursday.
Solomon, isn't
Every
it only
Thursday.
one?
Come on.
Isn't it your a specific one that has to itch?
I haven't heard specifically just one.
I don't know if it's specific.
I think
just
it's
know.
one has to itch and the other one means it's going.
Ah.
You might want to look that up and see.
Wait, since you said that, I just thought of one, and this is a crazy one. So
Okay,
do
let me see
not
if you're
laugh.
thinking the same because I was thinking one too.
If you ever get a kink in your toe,
Oh, no.
like you get a cramp in your toe. Have you ever had a cramp in your
Yeah.
toe?
Yeah.
Do you know what you're supposed to do?
No.
And you make the sign of the cross in your palm.
No. never
Why?
heard
What does that do?
It makes
supposed
it
to
go
go
away.
I'm just grabbing my foot. I'm like, oh.
I thought she was gonna tell me I had a lick for put it on my toe. Like, wait a minute, hold on. I was
What
like,
kind of
where's
show
she
did this
going?
turn into?
Yeah,
She
Cochina?
went with that.
Okay.
No, I'm
Like I
sorry.
said, it's all lay hands.
Please help
Good
her because
Lord.
the cucumber thing went all wrong.
Yeah. Man.
Okay,
so
Tony,
what was
last
that?
one. Finish this out.
Oh, okay.
Solomon's like, you're
Cut
done
it down.
now.
Cut it short. Let's
Yeah.
go.
No, we're done. That is everything. I think we went down the list and
No,
we
we
added
did
some.
all of
We
it.
got
We
it.
did all of them.
Wait,
yeah.
Tony, you said you had one more, right?
Oh.
Yeah, you were thinking
This is a more of a universal thing.
Go.
Your ears ringing.
somebody's
somebody's
talking
talking
about
about
trash.
But which ear? It depends on which ear, though, isn't it?
Oh,
Yes, it is.
I don't know.
And
I
what
can't
are you supposed to
remember.
do? You're supposed to oh my gosh, your ears ringing.
And
Yeah.
I know
Something,
someone's
and then
talking
that
about
person
trash.
bites their tongue.
Yes.
And then you know that they were talking about you.
Wait, what?
When your ears are ringing, you're supposed to do something, and then that person's supposed to end up biting their tongue.
Yeah, or something
Oh.
like that.
Yeah.
But one means yes. One ear means good. One ear means somebody's talking trash.
Mm.
Meaning one or two or the left or right?
Left or right?
Left or right?
Yeah.
Got
You
it.
just sounded like the ophthalmologist. Number one,
One?
number,
Number
two.
two. I just had my cheaters
Yeah.
redone. So yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. It was
No,
so
thank you. That was
fun.
Thank you for having
I've been
us.
dying to
It
do
was
this
great.
one
It was
because
great.
I was like, there's so many things. I can't be the only crazy person in the room.
Yeah, no.
Right, right.
And
So-
I do cry when I cut onions. So it's not just you.
Celoso.
Oh,
See?
there you go, Solomon. You
You're
and
a sissy
Alina.
Lala too.
Say it to my face.
I'll fight you right now.
This was
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Please like, subscribe, follow on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. On my Instagram, it's Coffee and Chaos Podcast _
Yes, it is.
_ Thank you guys so much. And
You can
again,
also follow it on TikTok as well.
oh yes, TikTok. I'm on there too. I'm learning about TikTok.
Doing what on TikTok?
I have a TikTok account now
For coffee and
for
chaos.
Coffee and Chaos.
Oh, okay. I thought you was dancing or something.
No.
Oh.
Yes,
She's
that's
got
have
two
a hard
left
time.
feet.
Shaking.
I do have. Why you gotta tell my business?
Just give her a couple drinks. She turns into
I-
Selena's.
yes, we've done that already.
Have you seen
Oh,
Selena?
my
Okay.
God.
Well,
Okay,
thank
we
you
gotta
so
go.
much for joining us. One more thing. Again, it is October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Check your little tatas there. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Bye.